They're selfish, self-centered, also spoiled. Also, they love attention because they get showered with so much attention. Everything cannot be done your way, bro. Yes, you grow up like that, but when you leave your house, you have to eat what they give you unless you're allergic to it. Like, what do you mean? Oh yes, I can eat fried rice, but I don't like the peas and the carrots. No, eat everything that is there. Except you're not hungry, then don't eat at all. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tomi. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. Before I start this video, let me just say, on this channel, we're here for a good time and a fun time, not a responsible time. So if you're here and you're not trying to learn how to pay your bills, how to be more efficient with money, or how to pick the right guy and be successful in life, then this is the right place, because here we're just trying to be chill. We're trying to escape from real life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so today in this video I'm going to be dragging you and your siblings. Yes, I'm going to be talking about the stereotypes of the oldest child, middle child, youngest child, and only child. This video is from my experiences, my personal opinion, from what I've seen and from what I've heard. It's just for bands, so if you take it seriously, that's your own problem, your personal problem. It has nothing to do with me. So if you want to know what I have to say, then just keep watching. So I'm going to start with the oldest child. Oldest siblings are such people pleasers. Like, I think that's their biggest problem. They like to kiss ass. They don't know how to stand up for themselves. They're always a mat to other people. Yes, men. And like, I get why they're like this, but I just find it so annoying. Like, I don't have the tolerance for them. Like, I'm like being a people pleaser is not something that's admirable. Being a yes man, not having your own opinions, just always saying yes to me because you want to be my friend. No, kissing ass is not what makes you a good friend. Let me tell you something. If I tell you that someone did something to me, or I'm in a situation with a friend or a guy or whatever, and I'm asking you for advice on how to move forward from it, don't come and tell me, oh, I think you're right, just because you want to kiss my ass. If you think I could have done something different, if you think I was wrong, then say that. That's why I'm asking you, because you have a more logical perspective and like you don't have an emotional attachment to the person. If I knew what to do, obviously, then I won't be asking you. You can't just say yes and then just because you don't want to hurt my feelings. No, in this life you have to stand your ground, whether or not it's going to hurt people's feelings. You're not here to please people, you're here to live for yourself. And yes, first children, they struggle so hard to live for themselves. They don't ever do what they really want to do. They're always trying to please their parents, walking in their parents' shadow. And I get it, because especially in Nigerian culture, if you're not Nigerian and this is also prevalent in your culture, let me know in the comments. But like, parents put such a huge responsibility on first children. They're always like,
oh, you're supposed to be a role model to your siblings are looking up to you.
And I'm like, but they're a child, they don't even know who they are. They don't know themselves. Why are you putting so much responsibility on them to raise their siblings? Like, if you don't want to have those kids, if you can't raise them, then don't have them. Don't have one and make another person responsible for the remaining. Like, it's just so unfair. Nobody wants that whole responsibility or that whole burden of like being somebody's role model, and then they'll start chasing perfection, which doesn't exist. It's just not a good cycle. So like, I completely get why they're like that, but I just can't stand them. I need people that have their own opinions, people that just can stand their ground. You have to be firm, say something and stick to it. But the good thing about not only children, fresh children, is that a lot of them are very like friendly. They know how to talk to people. They have a lot of friends. But I think the reason why they have a lot of friends is because they kiss us and like they don't know how to say no and all those things. So yes, like, can I be friends with fresh children? I think from a distance, or for certain things, I think they're really good for like conversations. Like, if someone says that they're the first child and they make a YouTube video about like their upbringing struggles, like, I'll watch it, because I find those kinds of things therapeutic and I think it's healthy to talk about things like that. So maybe from a distance, but I don't know if I can be besties, because I'll be too irritated, and I'll also be tempted to walk all over them because they don't know how to say no. Like, they're just going to agree to everything that you do. Like, nah, I'm not about that life. First children are also like very, very self-conscious. Like I said, I feel like everybody's watching them, and like if you're around them too much and you're not careful, like they can transfer that self-conscious energy to you. So just be careful. If you have any friend that is a first child and they're still working through those issues that I mentioned, then yep, be careful. Okay, now let's move to middle children. Middle children are notoriously known for like not getting any attention, always getting ignored. Like they don't, because a lot of the attention goes to the first child because of that whole pressure that I just explained, so they can get away with doing a lot of things. That's what I've noticed. But I think that some of them are like chronic attention seekers. Like I had a friend that she's a middle child, and she's telling me that like she didn't have any attention when she was growing up, or like her parents gave more attention to her brother and her sister because they were like the first and the last and things like that. And I was like, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Like middle children, from what I've seen, they usually get less attention. I mean, logically they would, because the first child is like the role models. The parents will put all the pressure on the first child, and the last child, I'll soon get to that, those ones, they're like really spoiled or whatever. So I'll get to them, but like there's no way the parents will have more attention on the middle child as opposed to the first child or the last child. But I think middle children have an easier time. I can't say that every middle child can stand up for themselves, but I feel like they have an easier time not being a people pleaser. But they can also be terrible bullies as a way to get attention, because even if like say they were close in age with the elder sibling in their house, like they still don't have as much pressure. They might have some, but not as much. But yeah, like that's just what I've noticed. They just like can get away with doing a lot of things, and like can just do whatever they want. And not that they won't get caught, but like they don't care as much. Like they don't feel as much pressure from the first child, like I said. Yeah, I used to have this friend like about 3 years ago, and she was such an attention seeker. I mean, she told me that it was because she was a middle child and she needs to get attention. But this girl used to go to like extreme lengths just for attention. Like she would blow any and every situation out of proportion. Let me tell you guys something that happened one time. So 3 years ago, I was in first year of university. That was when we were still friends. And like she came to my room. No, she didn't come to my room. One day I was just like ranting to her that like I went to my room and I was really tired, and my roommate brought a guy over without telling me. Like it was just rant. It was like a situation that could have been fixed. Like honestly, the thing I told her, I could have just slept and woken up and it wouldn't be a big deal anymore. Like it was just a rant, you know. I was just like, yeah, I'm tired, and I came and saw a guy, like I'm really not in the mood, or I was really not in the mood. And like my roommate was such an unproblematic person. She was very clean, she was very tidy. Like I had no issues with her. And then she came when I was ranting to her. I thought she would be like, oh, it's no big deal. Well, not really. I actually expected her to blow it out of proportion because she was so problematic. My roommate ended up telling me afterwards. I didn't even think it was a big deal, honestly. Like I was just for bants. And then she was like, oh, that I can take it to the person in charge and report that she reported one of her roommates and got her. I'm like, what exactly is your point for doing all of this? Like, why are you blowing it out of proportion? So unnecessary. That's why I had to stop being friends with her, because like when she enters the room, the energy will change completely. And like she just was that kind of person. Like she just used to like rebel on purpose. Like she's the kind of person that can show a lot of skin to a class presentation just to show that, oh, you can't tell her what to do. And I'm like, what exactly is your point? You look stupid. Like fix up, girl. Like I don't understand what you're trying to do. But yeah, I think some middle children might react that way to not getting a lot of attention. I'm so happy I dumped that girl. She was so toxic. Okay, I'm done throwing shade now. But others might actually be okay with it and just try to do whatever they want in secret, since there's not as much pressure on them. Now let's move on to the last child. Last children are
Spoiled?
they are, when I say sports, I mean attitude. And even with money, like if last children grow up in a house that the parents have money, they usually get the most of it. Like they are so spoiled, they are so rude, they feel so entitled. Some of them think that the world revolves around them and they can get whatever they want just by talking to everybody in the house anyhow that they like. And they also have it easiest with parents, because parents have less energy when they have the last child as opposed to the first child. So like, and these guys, they get an excessive amount of attention. Like they get attention from their father, from their mother, from all their siblings. Everybody is literally on their case. They are so spoiled, they get everything that they want. If their siblings like have jobs and are like maybe older than them with a decent age gap, their siblings will be buying them stuff, but yet they won't be polite. They'll still do whatever they want.
so rude.
Like, so bloody rude. It's disgusting. Like, I just don't get it. It's because our parents are not as hard on them, because our parents don't have as much energy. But still, like, why are you so rude? Like, what exactly do you gain from that? Do you get what I'm saying? Nah, too rude for me. Can I be friends with someone that is a last child? I don't know. Like, they act like spoiled as brats, maybe from a distance. Honestly, I think I'll say that for everybody, that I'll be friends with them from a distance, because I don't really be liking people. But yeah, they are spoiled brats, period. And now to only children. Only children. Like, I was telling my sister one day that this is like only children's world, like this, and this is everybody else's world. They are very close-minded. They don't like to leave their comfort zone. They are super attached to and dependent on their parents. And I feel like even as friends, they tend to be, I'm not saying this is not the case for any other child, like first, middle, last, but like they tend to be more clingy than the rest. I mean, firstborns are ass kissers, so maybe they're also clingy, I don't know. But yeah, only children, very clingy, dependent, needy. This is like typical only child. They also get whatever they want. I think this only child stereotype, like what I'm saying, also applies to people that have siblings with large age gaps. So like if there are only 2 kids in a household, and like maybe one of them is like my age and the other one is like 8 years older than them, then like they will also, I don't know if they lean more towards like the last child behaviors or like the only child behaviors. I think they're somewhere in the middle. But my sister said they should be like with same as an only child. But yeah, only children too, they can be spoiled, they can be selfish. Yes, they can. They're so basic when it comes to food. Like, they don't like trying new food at all. Like, and even the things that are not so basic, they want the most basic way of making the food. Like, if they want pasta, I mean, pasta is basic, but like if they want pasta, it's literally the most basic way you can make pasta that they like, because it's their comfort zone. They don't like leaving their comfort zone. I don't think they can like travel alone, because they are too like attached and clingy to like their parents and their friends and like all of that stuff. Yeah, sometimes they think that the world revolves around them, and also sometimes they like to be spoon-fed. Like, if you don't say something word for word, they don't get it. Like, you're not really talking to them until you spell things out, which can be very, very frustrating, because it's like, use your common sense, bro. Everybody cannot spoon feed. When you get into the real world, all the attention is not on you. All the attention is not on you, just because in your house you were the only person that your parents had, and so they could shower you with all the attention, which honestly I'm kind of happy that I'm not in fact, I'm very thankful that I'm not an only child or a last child, because I don't want that amount of attention on me. Like, I'm a very please leave me alone, or maybe it's because I'm a middle child that I turned out like that, but I'm please leave me out of it. They also like pleasing their parents. I think they are scared to like disappoint their parents, and like, oh my god, like I can't really, like, nah. Can I be friends with an only child? I don't know. I mean, I have a friend that is an only child, and like we're really good friends, but at the same time, I feel like if I'm friends with an only child, they might have had to have worked on those traits that I mentioned. I think I'm just saying this because I have a friend that is an only child. If I didn't have a friend that was an only child, I would say no, that I can't be friends with an only child. So I guess obviously there are exceptions to the rule. This video is just for jokes. If you take it personal, that is not my personal words. Problem. Oh, sorry, I just wanted to say that for only children, everywhere I said sometimes, please take it out. I don't know why I censored myself. They are not sometimes selfish. They are selfish. They are close-minded. They like everything their own way, one way or the other. They're very picky and basic eaters. Like, they're so picky, which is so irritating and so annoying and so disgusting, because everything cannot be done your way, bro. Yes, you grow up like that, but when you leave your house, you have to eat what they give you, unless you're allergic to it. Like, what do you mean? Oh yes, I can eat fried rice, but I don't like the peas and the carrots. No, eat everything that is there. Except you're not hungry, then don't eat at all. Oh, I don't know, like, it's just irritating. Like, why are you so picky? Stop picking too much. Stop being too picky with food. Oh, and then they'll be recommending like the most like basic places for you to eat. I'm like, please get it together. Can I be friends with an only child? No. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. That's all I had to say. If you have any comments, leave them in the description box. If you agreed, if you disagreed, if you had something to add that I missed, if you think that I missed some important points, drop it in the comment section. Let me know what you want to see next from my channel. You know, I'm just trying to be consistent and drop that content for you guys. If you like the pieces I'm wearing, they're from Deluxe Jewelry. The ring, the necklace, very simple, the earrings. I hope you like my makeup too. This bracelet, I've also worn it before. I really like it, the marble bracelet in gold. But yes, follow me on social media, follow Deluxe on social media. Thank you so much. Like this video, subscribe, please. Subscribe to my channel. I've started posting again. I'm not inconsistent anymore. Hello, I'm not a ghost anymore. Bye.